we got Bones piece of shit right back in. If you remember this car, we was doing it, has that custom frame and all that shit, but we was doing this one when we didn't talk on camera. Back then was more work, less talking. But yeah, motherfuckers want more talk, less work. So we're bringing it back in. Gotta take it off the frame. Frame is misaligned in the rear. The four back bushings don't line up, so we're gonna pie cut the frame so we can line it up and have a rolling come by and weld that shit. Cause you gotta remember, I'm not a welder, so I gotta set that up so rolling come by and do a full burn on that shit. We gotta cut off these tubs and redo the tubs, but we're gonna run steel tubs instead of the factory tubs. The problem with this was Andy wanted the paint, the car for paint, so we rushed the car out. So we was working on the frame without a car. The car sat at Andy's shop, paint shop, for a full year. He didn't touch it. So when the frame got there, the frame wasn't lining up with the body wasn't lining up with the frame. So Andy was blaming the welder was blaming Andy. So a lot of bullshit went in effect, but I got blamed for everything. Like, I recommend people, that's the main reason I stopped recommending people, because once they fuck up, they start blaming the fingers. You get me? Or when the recommendation fucks up your customer comes after you saying, hey, what's wrong, what's up with your boy? Like, you know, I recommended him. I didn't say, you know, go to him. That's why I don't recommend nobody no more. Everybody comes in, who do you recommend for this, who you recommend? You know what, you on your own. I don't recommend nobody, because this will happen to you. So I'm here to fix it. There's no problem with me fixing it. I will fix it, like I said. But when you start blaming people, that's where, you know, just own your own mistakes. But you start blaming people, you know, fuck that shit. So we're gonna repair everything. They sandblasted the belly and the firewall, but again, it last whole year. They didn't touch it, and it's full of rust. So we gotta redo that shit. The whole belly is bare metal. The firewall is bare metal. So they didn't touch shit for a whole fucking year. So he has to find a whole new paint shop that want to take on the project. We waiting on the front brakes. We're waiting on the rear brakes. Tubs are here, but not here. He has them. We're gonna take off the front clip. We're gonna take the motor trans out, cause the whole bracing has to go. They cut the bracing. They hacked my bracing instead of like shit like this. They did that. Let me get to the light in there. They did that. See? Instead of just making a little tunnel on top of that, they cut all this shit. You know, this is where the seat goes. On the seat, you can, you know, take the foam off. Where they're gonna make that little, you know, a little fucking little, you can say little doghouse on it. On both sides. That's all they had to do. But they decided to cut the whole fucking floor. And they cut the whole bracing. They did a lot of shit, but there was no need for that shit. No need for that. So there's a lot of stuff like that. They cut the bracing from the rear to the front key member. The key member is drooped. That was a welder's fault. Instead of fucking torquing everything, putting the jack so he can lift up the fucking the cross member, he let it droop. so the transmission is facing down, so the whole drive angle is facing down. So all that shit has to go. It has a brand new G-force right there, so that's what we're gonna do. That's the panhard bar. We took it off because he has to color match the Raptor for the bottom of the car, so he's gonna go and try to color match it. There's a lot of shit we have to do to this piece of shit, but again, I'm getting blamed for it. But you know what? Fuck all of them. Fuck them all up. So we're gonna just start taking off the engine. You can see it right there. Start taking out the engine, start cleaning it so we can give it a nice pressure wash. And because it has to, a lot of fucking dust. We're gonna lift it with the frame right now so we can see where the new arches. They say the arches is hidden on the top of that metal where the trunk starts. Those arches somewhere back there, I can't see. So we're gonna start trimming metal and shit like that. So I'll bring it in. We're gonna take the doghouse off, put it over there, and start getting the engine ready to be removed. All right, bringing it back in. Front clips off. Now we're gonna remove just the engine. Oh, engine and trans, just to make it easier to work with. You can see the firewall. See how rusty that motherfucker is.
I put a red cap on?
No, it doesn't have no fluid. So we're just gonna pull engine and trans. Yeah. And from there on, we're just gonna lift it. Scribe where is the metal actually hitting the body, so I can cut that out. And cut off the tubs, cause we got new tubs for it, so we're gonna cut the tubs. And that's about it for today. Oh, and cut the rear frame rails, line them up, and that would be it. So we're still waiting on the tubs so we can start mocking those up. We waiting on, what else we waiting on? The primer, so we can start getting rid of all that rust. And yeah, that's it. So let me remove this engine and I'll bring it back. Okay, engine is out. You can see the cross member. Let me see. It's right there. You can see how it's bending down. Okay, but this engine is out. We're gonna put it up in the air right now so we can go under. Engine is here. Transpac trans, TCR torque converter, Revolutions motor. It's a baby 6.0, you can say. 243 head. LS3 water pump. The ICT fucking accessory bracket didn't work out. I told dumbass Bones it was not gonna work, but he said yeah, it's gonna work. Just to save, I think he was saving like 40-50 bucks off the LS Simple one. That I know the LS Simple works, because if you see the spacing here, LS Simple spacing is close. It's to this bolt right here. It goes straight up right here, straight up. So you can say this fucking power steering pump is all the way over here, and it will clear the fucking pump, not the pump, the fucking box. And I told his ass, but he was trying to save money again, trying to save money. Fucked him at the end, because now he has to order it again. The thing is, if you use a small power steering fucking pulley, you overworking that pump. They sell a reducer, a line pressure reducer that goes in the back, but you fucking wasting too much money when you can buy the right fucking accessory bracket and use the fucking big pulley that comes in the trucks, so you can use the fucking power steering pump. But then again, I get blamed for shit when I tell them up front and everything, you know, you need this, you need that. But no, let's save some money, let's do this, but you end up fucking paying more at the end. So back to this piece of shit. So right now we're gonna lift it with whole frame. We're gonna mark where it needs to cut for the rear tower brace. See where it hit in. And I was gonna cut the tubs, but I'd rather wait for the tubs to get here so I can see how much I have to cut. And I'm gonna see how much do I need to cut on the fucking, what you call it, those two frame rails, the pie cut. So we're gonna either open them or close them or go up. I forgot how they were. They explained to me, but it was a long time ago. So they either sideways like this way, up, or are they facing down? I forgot. So we're gonna get to that. So let me put it on the lift. All right, from the front to back, you can see the fucking shit. I'll bend it down, and you can see they took my fucking bracing from here, going that way. That. Everything. Okay, this is partly what they're saying. They're hitting right there, there. Okay. Okay. So that front bar is the one that's hitting. That front bar. Gotcha. So you see at the body line, we're just gonna cut it, add like an inch of metal. We're gonna lift it up like that. This floor, lift it up, and then we'll take care of that. Okay. Over here, we're gonna get rid of the spare wheel, and then right here, it looks like it's right on it. This one is right on. That one is right on. This one. Okay, this one is not on. Okay, this whole frame, you can see how it's twisting. This whole frame has to be moved. So I gotta see where we're gonna actually cut it at and see which way it has to be moved to. And it's hitting the gas tank right there. Alright, other than that, that's it. So let's go check out the other body mounts, because these don't even supposed to move because we never touched those. So those fine, that one's fine, that one's fine, that one's fine, and that one's fine. It's missing the bolt. So it's just it's mostly this frame rail. That frame rail, and probably when we release the pressure, it will release the frame to go up. Okay, that's fine.
Where do you have the cut?
The body line right there, and just move it up, because touching this one right here, that and that frame rail, the whole rail has to move.
Yeah.
No, the back piece.
This one?
Yeah, and that's it. Oh, we got a new
Who did that?
What?
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking Andy. So we got new coilover mounts coming in, because this is one long bolt, and if that bolt fails or snaps somewhere, the whole suspension will drop. Not the whole suspension, but the whole car will drop. So we got a new QA1 universal mounts coming in. So we're gonna just weld it onto this piece, and it's adjustable too, so I can even lift up the car, lower down the car, however I want it. Actually go mount it here, but this is gonna be in the way of it, so we're just gonna weld them onto this mount. Shut up, Stinks. And that's about it.
Oh, I put the bolts back on there.
And that's about it. This gotta go. That front brake's gotta go. The whole shit has to go. So we gotta start cutting all that shit. And then this guy. Heavy duty weld. Thank you. Alright. So frame off. Let's go show y'all where it was hitting. Okay, you can see right there, and I'll show you on that side. But that part was hitting this part right here, and you can see the surface is where it's hitting. So what I'm gonna do is cut it at this seam at 2 inches. Cut it at the seam, one of these seams, and add 1 inch, because if you look at it, it's beveled down, and the frame was built like that, beveled down, so I can have enough clearance just in case some shit. This frame rail, that one bolts up, but this one is way off, so you can see this frame rail is to the side like this. So we're gonna have to cut this seam down and bring this frame rail this way. You gotta bring this frame this way, okay? And that will bolt up. This one didn't have the bushings, so we actually couldn't see where it was, so we're not gonna touch that yet. So we know this one, and we had to cut the brace so it can release. So once it's up, bolted up, we put a slug in it and just give it a weld. Not me, but you know, the weld guy. And that's it. That's the only repair for that rear, and the repair for this. Fucking body man knows how to weld. He could have done that shit his own goddamn self and charged the customer. The customer is gonna pay no matter what. You get me? Bone's gonna pay no matter what. It didn't care who the fuck was gonna do it. All it needs to be is done. But he could have done it at the fucking shop, but he didn't want to. He didn't fucking touch the whole body for a fucking year. You get me? These motherfuckers make excuses for everything. So that's about it. It's just tubs. So we're not gonna cut the tubs just yet until I get the tubs. So we're just gonna follow the lines, make straight cuts, because the tub is a brand new tub. So we're just gonna make straight cuts, and that's it. that'll be it. After that, it gets primered, wrapped the liner, and it gets shipped out to a new body shop. I don't know which body shop, just a new one. And that's it. Like I said, they killed so much time. They could have done it, you know, but motherfuckers just want to be blaming fingers and shit. Don't worry about that, because the panhard pushes, you know, pulls the wheels to wherever it needs to be. Yeah, and that's about it. Oh, let me show you the fucking cross member. You can't see it from this angle. Let me show you a different angle. You can't actually see it now, but how it's bow in the center. You see, he had the bolts, but they're not tied down. He didn't tie these down. He didn't tie those down. He didn't torque them down, and he didn't tie these down. This is how you take the center section off, because the sides are welded. He didn't take none of that. He just started burning. That was a fucking rookie mistake on Tommy's part. That was fucking rookie mistake. He was supposed to torque everything down so the cross member can be stiff and solid where it's supposed to be. Then you start burning it. But no, motherfucker fucked that shit up. So I gotta cut all this shit out. With that heavy ass fucking weld, I gotta cut that shit out. Let's see. Nah, I gotta cut that whole shit out. I wonder if I just cut the weld on the cross member, leave those in, and have the cross member welded to those mounts. You get me? But now it'd be a solid cross member. But it's not gonna. It has to be removable. So we can scratch that out. We gonna figure it out once we get there. But that's it for today. That's it for this video. We're just gonna wait for the shipping, not shipping, but the parts to get here from Bones. Bones has them at his house. But that's about it. Once we get that, well, I'm gonna just cut the tubs, cut the center section on the brace, where the brace goes, and from there on, we can put those other two bushings that's missing, test the whole, mount the whole fucking frame again, you know, put all fucking 6 body bolts, do the 2 rear ones if they mount up, and then we do the 2, this one that I know it needs to be, it's like that, so we're gonna have to straighten it out. But for right now, I just need to mount it again and see if that frame rail needs to be moved anyway. But other than that, motherfucker is easy to repair. So I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.